Disclaimer: the following video is not a complete official adaptation for Hilda and the Sudrian engines Chapter 4. This is mostly an official semi-adaptation of said episode just to prevent any kind of high complications at the time of its development. That's why in some particular scenes that you'll see later in this video has the majority of scenes filmed in-game with minimum edits for some human characters and others with sprite images to give you, the viewer, a visual idea of what the context of the said scene is happening and to make your own interpretation of it as well. And despite this episode being 50% filmed in Blue Train with friends and 50% with edits and sprite images for the visuals, you're still allowed to adapt this story in your own way. But of course, credits are necessary. Lastly, we'd like to apologize for the long wait this episode has been in the works. We wanted to give this chapter the best possible quality we have been able to put into, with new methods we didn't know before while editing. But most importantly, we cannot thank all the talented VAs, artists and filmers enough for all the feedback they helped and contributed with this chapter, and the same goes for all of you who kept on watching my content for all these years as I continue to improve as time goes on. Thank you guys so much. With that being said, thank you for your attention and enjoy the video.
Hurry up, you slow crane engine. I haven't got all day.
I'm going as fast as I can, okay? Sheesh, it's not like Sir Topham Hatt will give you another job to do.
It's not that. I just want to get out of this island of stinky steamies as soon as possible. Besides, I've already got my job done. So there.
Yeah, whatever.
Finally, about time. See you later, suckers.
And he doesn't even say thank you, stupid diesel.
Wake up, sleepyheads. Come on and rise and shine.
Thomas.
Oh, whatever you want this time. What's got you in such a good mood anyway?
Oh, nothing. Just glad that you bozos don't have to keep bothering me anymore. Telling bad things to Hilda and the fact Henry's not on your side is quite a relief to me. As well with Edward, of course.
Really? Really? Was that the reason you had to wake us up? Just for that?
Oh, come on, Gordon. It's not like James and you would begin teasing me and calling me Little Rushy Thomas just because you felt like it at the time of this morning.
We are not calling you that.
You didn't now. But what about yesterday?
I...
Now listen to me carefully, Thomas.
Oh, about time you call my actual name.
We don't care if you're feeling cheerful or happy just because Henry told us off last night and he's not on our side, or the fact that we are not allowed to annoy that little brat in our family because of it. And, like I said for these past few weeks, we are important engines who don't have time to talk to troublesome children like her. Isn't that right, little James?
Yes, indeed, Gordon. And not to mention the time when some boys climbed up into my cab and they put my brakes off, leaving me flying off the rails at an uncontrollable speed and...
James, you were literally having fun back then, and you did that just to show off to Edward that he's old iron and makes us late. Don't bring me up with that excuse.
What? No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Wasn't?
Was.
Wasn't.
Was.
Wasn't.
Was.
The point is, little Thomas, you shouldn't keep talking to that little brat or even letting her to climb inside your cab. Or else, something bad may happen to you. It could happen any day or tomorrow, or even the next day, and so on.
Uh-huh. Well, you know what, Gordon? You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me right. You're absolutely wrong. All of that little speech you talked about is absolute rubbish. You're just saying it because you're scared that Hilda could hurt herself and her mum could be absolutely worried. And at the end of the day, it will be your fault dragging James with you to be your accomplice.
He's not wrong, though.
Shush you!
Don't shush me, I'm just saying.
First of all, that's rubbish. Second, when was the last time I dragged James as an accomplice?
I don't know. Maybe the last time when you three went on strike, I guess?
Oh, please don't mention that again.
I said shush, James!
That plan of yours was absolutely stupid, Gordon. You know that, don't you?
It got lost, okay?
Oh, it got lost, did it now?
James, I'm serious.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave here. I can't deal with these idiots anymore.
Miserable towards Sir Hat because of your stupid decision.
Oh, and by the way, Gordon, I'm not shunting your coaches this time.
What? Thomas, get back here! Don't tell me I have to shut my own train. Thomas? Thomas! You know what? That's fine. If that silly little tank engine won't listen to us, then we'll have to do it by ourselves. And on the hard way.
Wait, what?
James, we're going to make a plan.
Oh, not another one. What are we going to do this time? Go on strike again? Because I'm not joining this time.
No, James. This time is a lot more different than you think.
What do you mean?
And so, Gordon began telling his plan to James. Meanwhile, the Fat Controller had a job for Edward. Hilda was also there inside his cab.
Ah, Edward! There you are! I need you to take a train full of scrap to the ironworks. It may be a bit heavy, so be careful.
Don't worry, sir. I'll handle it.
Is it okay if I can also go with him as a volunteer, sir?
Why, yes, of course, Hilda. But remember to be more careful this time. Remember what happened last time with your mother and your, deer fox pet.
Don't you worry, Sir Topham. I won't let you down.
Very well then. Now off you go, you two.
Alright, Hilda. We're almost approaching to our destination. And I want you to listen to me loud and clear.
Okay.
Remember when I said yesterday about two diesels who were almost going to scrap one of our friends?
Yes.
Well, that's where we're going.
What? Edward, you can't be serious.
I know, Hilda. I know. But I just want you to remind you of something. If they begin teasing me, telling me names or whatever else they're planning to do, I want you to stay inside my cab and keep quiet. Understand? It's for your own safety. And besides, the Fat Controller will never scrap any of his engines. And that includes me.
But what if those diesels actually do it?
Trust me, Hilda. They won't. All right, we're here. Remember, stay inside my cab. Do not go out until I say so. Got it?
Got it.
Well, what do we have here, Bert? It looks like old Iron has come to visit us.
It's nice to see you two again, Harry and Bert.
Oh, what's the matter? Are you feeling too old and worn out after pulling that train? If you are, then perhaps we should scrap you, and you can be with your old friends again.
First of all, I am not tired. Second, you wouldn't even dare to scrap an old steam engine like me at this time of the year. And third, my old friends who worked to extend this railway were already sent away to the other railway years ago. And unfortunately scrapped. Heck, this building, and including you two, weren't even built until the 1950s or the 1960s or so. But anyways, Sir Topham had scolded you once, and he won't do it again.
Yeah, that's good to hear. But I think you're forgetting one thing, old Eddie.
And what is that?
Fat Man's nowhere to be seen right now, and we don't care if we or this place was built long after you and your dirty, steamy friends. But what does matter is that you with your train full of scrap will be very useful for our collection of scrap steam engines. And we already have a place reserved for you.
Alright, that's it.
Hilda, don't you dare go outside.
I can't leave him alone there.
If you ever try and leave this cab, then it won't be our fault.
I don't care.
Oh, Lord.
What was all that for?
What the who said that?
Oh no, Hilda.
Why don't you two just leave Edward alone?
What's this? Why do you have a ruffian with you, old timer?
Hilda, I told you to stay in my cab.
And let these two diesels bully you? I think not.
Oh, well, isn't that adorable? Little kid protecting her good old grandpa engine.
Why do you have a problem with Edward? What has he ever done to you?
He's still around, that's why. Same goes for the other steamers on this island. Old Iron here's just way too old and there are much tougher engines than him around here. Like us.
And what makes you say that, though?
We're tougher and even braver. We never break down or are scared of being scrapped any day.
Well, you know what? I hope that one day you two will be so frightened of something that will make both of you wish you never said anything bad about Edward.
Pah, that'll never happen. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got work to do for the boss. His job is more useful than old Eddie would do any day.
Stupid diesels.
Hilda, what were you thinking?
What? Why do you blame me?
I gave you one job, and that is to stay inside my cab and keep quiet.
Edward, I couldn't leave you out there letting them assault you. I had no other choice.
I had it all under control. They didn't have the buffers to scrap me because Sir Topham had scolded them for almost scrapping a friend of ours years ago. Don't you even remember what I mentioned about that yesterday?
No.
Look, Hilda, I understand that you wanted to protect me from someone or some people that are annoying or teasing me and everything. But you must know that next time you should be more careful who are you messing with. Sometimes diesels can be very irritating to deal with, but we steam engines still have to put up with them anyway. Otherwise, if we can't handle them, it'll be worse. And that is something that you should know by now.
I know, Edward. I know. It's just... I just don't like when people mess around with my friends or my family, or even blame them because of something stupid, or something that I've caused by accident. So the only thing I can do is just yell at them and leave them alone.
I understand, Hilda. But take this advice for next time, because I think you don't want this to happen for the third time, don't you?
No, Edward.
Good. Now let's get out of here.
Edward?
What is it, Hilda?
Who is this boss that those diesels were talking about?
Who? Diesel 10?
Yes, I think so.
Well, it's, quite a long story, but I'll tell it anyways.
Alright, I'm here. Now, what was the next thing Gordon told me to do?
James tried to remember what Gordon told him about his plan, but it seemed that he forgot about it. Suddenly, he saw some trucks up ahead, and James puffed slowly and deviously towards them.
Why, hello there, you trucks. Isn't today just such a beautiful day?
Yeah, not today, rusty red scrap iron.
We want a proper engine, not a red monster.
You're just gonna bump us and give us orders.
Yeah, why don't you find little trucks instead of us?
Gentlemen, listen. It's not what you guys think it is.
Oh, yes? What is it then?
Look, I know we've had our differences. I'm sorry I push you hard every day, give you orders, show off on trips, and all that jazz. But anyway, this time, I may need your help.
What do you mean?
Okay, so here's the thing. There's this little girl called Hilda, in which she experienced with numerous adventures on her city, and now she's visiting the railway with her mother, her dear fox pet, if that's how you call it, and her elephant.
Oh my gosh! What is your point?
Hold on, I haven't got to the best part yet. I need you all to push me and her down the hill, I think.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Okay, so the thing is that when we get to a certain station where she tells an engine and its crew to leave her on a station because she wants to look around or something, that is when we come into view. We convince her to go inside my cab to have a little ride, shall we say. And then we stop at the bottom of the hill, in which it'll make her go nervous. And she'll tell us that we have to go back to the station because it's not safe up there. That is how we'll teach her a lesson.
Okay, but what about her mother?
She might probably tell her to leave the island because it's a bit dangerous, to say the least. So what do you think, lads?
Now hold on a moment. I know the plan sounds good and everything, but the big question is, what will you do to us after that?
Then I'll stop bumping you so hard and giving you orders. So, do we have a deal?
Yeah, sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Heck yeah.
Splendid! This plan will go as easy as pie.
And nowadays, he's working at the ironworks alongside Ari and Bert.
Wow. I never thought that kind of diesel locomotive would act so much like a total jerk. Kind of reminds me of that spam can guy you met yesterday.
Well, Diesel 10 isn't that much of a jerk sometimes. He only just took over the Steamworks once, and stole us our Christmas decorations years ago, and that was it. But like you said, Spamcam is a total jerk, and we're glad you knew about it.
Hey, Edward, could you leave me on that station over there?
Why for?
I don't know. I just think it looks a bit interesting to look at.
Oh, okay then. Are you sure you'll be fine going by yourself?
Oh, don't you worry, Edward. Of course I'll be fine.
Alright. Now I will be at Wellsworth to get some rest. If you want to go somewhere else or go to your home, or whatever else you want to go, just wait for another engine to pass by and ask them if they could give you a ride. But if you would like to go to Wellsworth as well later, then do the same thing. Got it?
Got it.
Good. Then I'll see you later then, Hilda.
Bye, Edward!
Oh, never mind about her, Edward. She's still little.
You know, driver, sometimes I wonder, when will she ever grow up and learn?
I'm sure someday, old boy. Someday.
And done! Well, I guess I should go back now. Oh, but wait. I don't know when the next train will arrive. Excuse me, do you know how long the next train will be here?
Well, if I'm not wrong, the next train will probably arrive about 30 minutes?
30 minutes?
Well, that's what I think. Maybe. Why do you ask anyway?
No reason. I should have stayed with Edward.
Oi, James! How much longer will we have to stop at every station to find this little Hilda?
Yeah, we're getting bored behind here.
Yeah.
Relax, you lot. I'm sure at the next station she'll be sitting there doing her little drawings on her sketchbook and... Ooh, seems like we found our bait, you lot.
Yeah, about time.
Finally.
Huh?
Here's James!
Phew!
Why, good afternoon, Hilda.
Oh, hi, James, if I'm correct.
Why, yes, that's me. James, the smartest, the splendiest, if that's even a word, and the reddest engine on Sodor. Anyways, how's it going, little Hildy?
Well, I'm fine, I guess. Why do you look so cheerful anyway?
Oh, nothing. Just pulling my goods train peacefully along the line.
You're pulling trucks?
Well, yeah. That's what usually most engines do whenever Sir Topham Hatt gives them a job. Why do you ask?
It's nothing really, but from what Edward told me about these guys were that they're troublesome, annoying, and they could cause an engine to crash. I think...
What? Pah! Edward was telling you utter nonsense. My trucks, in fact, aren't causing any sort of trouble or even bumping me around. I mean, just look at them. Perfect little angels that they are.
Okay.
Oi, you two. Got a sec?
Oh. Sure.
All right, James. Now is your chance.
Oh, yeah, right, So, Hilda, would you like to have a ride inside my cab?
Wait, what? James, no! Are you crazy? Your crew is inside that station building and they'll probably see us, or even me, in fact. Plus, I'm too young to know how to handle an engine's controls.
Alright. First of all, they won't see us. Second, then I'll teach you how.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, how bad can it get if I lose control down a hill and you don't know what to do next? I will help you, Hilda. Don't you worry.
Here, come on, little girl. Do what the red engine says.
Yeah, it sure looks trustworthy with you.
Okay, if you all insist.
Yes!
Okay, so what do I do now?
First off, can you see a round thing with a small long metal pole in front of you?
I think so.
Then pull it down.
Pull it down?
Yep, that's all you have to do.
I'm not sure, James. Seems to me that it probably could be some kind of trick of some sort.
Oh, please. How would you ever think the regulator is some kind of trick?
I don't know, James. I just don't know how a steam engine works. Maybe it could explode or something. I don't know. I'm still a child.
Seriously, Hilda. Engines don't explode when their crew opens their regulators or puts coal on their fireboxes. That's not how engineering works.
Oh my gosh! Just shut up and get moving! No!
There we go. See, Hilda? No tricks.
Oh, what does this do?
Hey, don't do that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
What the? James? Oh my gosh, not again. James? James!
James!
Wait!
What are you doing?
Go back!
James, I think we should go back. Your crew is waiting for you.
Oh, come on, Hilda. It's only for a small ride. Besides, they'll get us by the next station or so. So please stop worrying and just enjoy the ride.
Fine.
Oh man, we're seriously going to be fired by this.
Oh, my head. Ow.
Jim, what are you doing here?
I think one of the trucks got me out of the van, and it made me hit my head.
Well, we can see that.
Hold on. If you're here and James is there, then who's controlling the brake van? Yep, we're seriously going to be fired.
What James and Hilda didn't know was that the trucks made the guard jump out of the brake van, meaning that they couldn't stop the train in time in case there was a runaway situation. But it was too late, because they soon reached the bottom of Gordon's Hill.
All right, Hilda. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To get to the top of the hill, silly. What? Are you afraid of heights?
What? No, but I...
Well, let's get on it then, shall we? Come on. We made it, Hilda!
James? I don't think this might not be a good idea.
Tisk, tisk, Hilda. Negativity always brings about bad things. Relax. Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
All right, fellas, push them now!
That's what I was referring to.
Wait, what? Trucks? What are you doing?
Sorry, James, but you won't get away from us this time.
Are you kidding me? I thought we had a deal!
Well, the deal is over now! Besides, don't you remember that shoe engines don't trust trucks at all?
James? What is he talking about?
Hilda, I think you should hold on tight, because we're going to have a very bumpy ride!
What have you done? I don't know! Well, whatever you did, we need to stop this train now!
How do you possibly know which one are the brakes?
Then I should try with each one of these! Maybe this one?
You stupid brat, those are the brakes! You just made me wished!
Then perhaps this could help us!
Alright, in a few minutes we should be passing by here.
Hello, Gordon.
Oh, hello, Edward.
Hi. Is something wrong, Gordon?
No, I was just startled a bit. That's all.
Oh. Well, sorry about that. Anyways, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm good as well. Just went to the ironworks and took Hilda with me.
Oh, great. She probably caused trouble for you again.
The twins were, of course, bothering me until Hilda stood up for me, even though I told her to stay in my cab and be quiet. In the end, she did it anyways.
Oh, I knew something bad will happen. Wait. She stood up for you? For those two demons on wheels?
Yes, she did. It was nice for her to do so. Well, now if you'll excuse me, Golden, I better get some rest.
Okay. That's odd. I've never seen a child that could stand up for us steam engines. Oh, don't be ridiculous, Big G. That's impossible. Children can't do that. It's just not... Wait. Is that...
Help! Help! They're pushing me! They're pushing me again! Gordon, help! I can't stop!
Use your brakes!
I can't! Hilda doesn't know how to use them!
Oh no.
Was that James?
I think so.
But how could he lose control if he has... Oh no. Oh no!
What's wrong, Edward?
Driver! We must stop him!
What? Edward? Are you crazy? We can't do that. We still have work to do after this. What will the Fat Controller say?
I don't care what will the Fat Controller say! Just get me closer to him, please!
Fine. I guess we don't have a choice. Again.
Then come on, what are we waiting for? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Huh?
We're coming, guys!
Meanwhile at Crosby Station, Duck was waiting to pick up his passengers from Bulgy, the double-decker bus. As he waited, he whistled a little tune.
Oh, would you look at that, Alpha? Our train is already here. And just about 2 minutes early. Well, best we should get aboard now. What was that?
Everyone, move aside of the platform. There's a runaway train coming.
A runaway train?
A runaway train?
Get out of the way!
Oh dear!
Come on!
Hilda, jump!
What?
I said jump!
Finally! After all this time, I have the new products I needed for my customers. They sure are gonna love these.
Oh no. We're too late.
James! James!
Oh, my funnel. Huh? Hello, sir. Lovely day.
First, that great western engine crashed here, and now a big red monster! Don't you see the buffers in front of my building?
Well, yes, but you could have just...
Shut it! Now I'll teach you!
Wait. No. What are you doing? No, sir. No, that's not what you think.
Please, sir! Please! No!
What on earth was that? I don't know. But whatever has happened, it's not a good sign. Wait. Is that... Hilda? Hilda!
Mom!
What are you doing here? What happened here? Are you okay? Do you have any scratches? What happened to your clothes? What? Tell me!
Mom, calm down. I know this looks crazy, but I can explain.
Hilda!
Huh?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What have you done this time?
What? Sir, what are you talking about?
Oh, don't act like you're the innocent one here, Hilda. I know what you did. I have been informed by the station master at Kronk Abbey that someone, or some child, was playing around with James's controls in his cab. I thought it was some kids who wanted to let James fly off the rails like what happened a few years ago. But they also mentioned something about a little blue-haired girl with a beret who wanted to drive James without the permission of his driver or his fireman. Not to mention that they also left the guard lying on the platform with a headache and had to take him to the hospital.
Hilda, was that true?
Oh! So you were the one who caused that stupid red engine to crash into my building?
Oh, not again.
Do you have anything to say about that, young lady?
Excuse me, but my daughter has not done anything related to this accident.
Mum, please, this isn't even your concern. You don't know how much I had to spend to buy new products for my barber shop. Or rather, my grandfather's barber shop. So please, I would like you to move aside and let me talk to her to give her what she deserves.
I'll have you know that I'm her mother, and I have the authority to say no. Plus, I don't care about your stupid accessories or products or whatever else you had inside there. Those things aren't important to care about right now.
What did you just say?
Silence! Look, I know that you're feeling very, grieved about the damages of your barbershop again, and I know you, Mrs. Johanna, look very worried and confused about the incident your daughter caused. But don't worry, we'll soon get to the bottom of this. But first, we have to get James out of there. He may know something about this. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine, but make it quick.
Good. Now let's see. Edward!
Oh, yes, sir?
Bring Judy and Jerome here at once.
Yes, sir.
Soon, Judy and Jerome started clearing the wreckage, while Edward pulled James back on the rails.
Stupid barber's shaving cream. Oh, hello, sir. I had no idea you were coming. But don't get me wrong, it's a lovely surprise to see you, sir. Oh, is that a new top hat? Oh, you look splendid, sir. My compliments to your tailor.
Zip it, James.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what happened here?
Well, sir, you see...
And so, James began telling everything that had happened. The plan, the trucks, the runaway, and the crash. Everyone was most surprised and shocked, even the fat controller. But secretly, he was still looking with a serious face towards James.
Hilda into trouble and off the island last night after Henry told us off.
I do appreciate your honesty, James, but I do have one simple question.
Yes, sir.
When will those big engines ever learn to not always be so negative? It's like they have a disdain for everyone.
Hopefully they won't do something stupid to Hilda or anyone.
Oh, I'm sure they won't.
What were you thinking?
Never mind, I take it back.
How could you two do a horrible act like that?
I don't know. I'm sorry, sir. I just wasn't thinking. I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Be this bad? It's more than just bad, James. You could have seriously injured yourself, Hilda, or somebody else.
Not to mention me or my passengers as well.
That's another fair point.
Sir, I didn't know what I was thinking, and I was starting to regret it immediately.
You should, because after you're repaired, you will be shunting and pulling slow goods for the rest of the year. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Wait a minute, what about Gordon? He's the one that got me into this mess.
Oh, I'm going to have a good talk with him after this. Don't you worry. Edward, take James to the steamworks and tell Victor to fix him immediately.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything for assistance I can do, sir?
Yes, Duck. When you're done with your passenger train, you can come back and help clear out the mess.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't know he was the one who caused this. I didn't know what to do.
Hilda, it's alright. I just want to talk this over with you and your mother. I understand now this wasn't entirely your fault, and I'm sorry for shouting at you earlier. But you need to know better to not go into a steam locomotive cab, or any locomotive's cab for that matter, while their crew is gone. Remember the last time with Edward?
I do remember. And I forgot. No, why do I keep causing trouble?
Hilda, it's okay.
No, it's not, Mom! I just keep messing up and not learning from any mistakes I made. It's all my fault.
But you didn't mess up anything, Hilda. You...
Oh, Hilda.
Sir Topham, I don't know if I should be asking this, but do I have to pay for the damages?
Oh, no. No need for that. I'll take care of it.
Well, she should! Her brat daughter caused that red cloud to
Will you be quiet? The poor girl doesn't need any more yelling from you. If you don't want engines crashing into your shop, then perhaps you should move it somewhere else. Sorry about that.
It's okay, sir. I think Hilda needs a break from Sordor for a while.
I understand, ma'am. Edward is not going to like this.
What the? Oh. What's the meaning of this?
Gordon the Grizzly Pacific!
Sir, I didn't see you there.
Don't give me that look, Gordon. I know what you and James did.
What do you ever mean, sir?
Trying to frame a little girl and putting her and one of your fellow engines in danger?
What? Sir, I would never do such a thing.
James told me everything, Gordon. And I mean everything.
He did? I mean, he's just probably trying to frame me instead.
For the love of... Gordon!
Okay, fine. I did this because I thought that blue-haired girl would cause trouble out of nowhere, and Henry, Thomas, and Edward were on her side and kept disagreeing with me and James.
Never I thought that one of my engines would ever try to frame an innocent person, let alone a child. She's not a troublemaker, Gordon. Yes, her mother told me some of her not-so-brightest moments, but she is a gentle soul. And just look at the damage you caused. You frightened her and hurt one of my engines in the process.
See, Gordon? When I told you it would be your fault dragging James with you to be your accomplice, I told you, and now look where we are.
Oh, you don't have to remind me again, Thomas.
Oh, remind you again?
Why, Gordon? How could you and James do that to Hilda?
She's just a child.
You made James almost crash into my coaches. People could have been killed.
I should have known you two will make a plan.
I cannot even express how infuriated I am with you. You could have stopped grumbling about Hilda all day, all night, left and right, and frickin' center. All because she just wants to go around the wilderness doing dangerous things that a little child shouldn't. We all know that. And then you have the audacity to use James like a bait to cause an accident while she's inside his cab?
Edward, please.
No! Shut up, James! I swear, Gordon, if I ever catch you making another stupid plan with James to stop Hilda to chat with us and making her and her mum leave this railway, I will push you so hard down the hill again and into the field you crashed into years ago!
Edward, calm down. You don't need to be more aggressive than you should be. But they are right, Gordon, and they do have a point.
Out of all the steam locomotives that I've met throughout these past weeks, you're certainly the worst one that I've ever seen in my life. You almost could have killed my daughter. My daughter.
You see where this is going, Gordon?
You really think I'm the villain here? You all just don't get it, don't you? Everyone knows that today's children are now willing to risk their lives for simple adventures. But they don't understand that there are very big risks in this world, like almost falling into a cliff, getting lost, and a few more examples that I can list.
I thought you and I made an alliance when you rescued me from the mine all those years back. And now you won't tell the truth?
Say what now?
Long story, Henry, but not for now, because this idiot doesn't even want to tell the truth.
I am telling the truth, can't you see?
More so like a liar!
Shut up, Percy!
You do not deserve to stay here, Gordon.
Get out of our shed!
You're a murderer engine!
Oh, boo-hoo, say what you want about me. I'm the one who's in the right here.
Oh, really now?
Silence! Hilda is having a break from Soro because of you and James, and I cannot allow this sort of behavior on my railway. Gordon, from this moment on, you are relieved of your express duties until further notice. And until then, you will be on goods work, starting tomorrow.
What? Sir, you can't do this to me. Tell him, James.
Stop it, Gordon. I've had enough of this. For now, you will be sleeping elsewhere instead of here.
You seriously can't be serious, right?
Yes, Gordon, I am.
But who will take the express?
Henry, Rebecca, Bear, and Boko can take turns just fine.
Fine. If that's what you want, sir, then that's fine by me. In fact, I don't need you. I don't need any of you. Even you two. I can do everything just fine by myself. Now I best be off, so I can leave you all alone. Good night.
About time.
That will be all for now. You two can go back to your hotel and have a good long rest.
Sir? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry to tell you this, Edward, and to you all as well in the process, but Hilda will no longer be able to visit you from now on.
What?
Well, due to the accident that Gordon caused, there came a point where I felt that Hilda was not feeling well because of the accident. And through no fault of my own, I unintentionally blamed her for causing it, and she... well... she justifiably started crying. So I told Joanna to take a break for a few weeks until everything is settled down. But that doesn't mean she'll stop visiting you all forever, especially you, Edward. She's only taking a break until she feels better.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow is another day, and with time, all this conflict will go away little by little. Rest well, everyone, because we still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, sweetheart. It's time to go now.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, Edward.
Good night, Hilda. Hope you'll feel better soon.
Does that mean I could go now, sir?
Of course, Duck.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Oh, and James! I need to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Stupid fat controller. Stupid James. Stupid engines. Stupid Hilda. Stupid everyone. They just don't get it, do they? Hmm? James? What are you doing here? Sure as you'd be at Timoth with those silly engines. James, are you even listening to me?
I don't want to talk to you ever again, Gordon.
What?
I said, I don't want to talk to you ever again, Gordon.
James, I'm sorry, but I don't understand from what you mean.
I am so tired of your stupid nonsense, you big fat galloping sausage! I cannot even stand with you anymore. You have always have to bring up a plan so that it can work to save this railway from bankruptcy, or get off a certain blue-haired brat from this railway because she can cause more problems. But at the end, it all goes downhill. And you know why? Because your plans always get lost. And you want to know why I'm here and not at Tidmouth Sheds? Well, turns out that the Fat Controller kicked me off as well for being your accomplice. You really are, without a doubt, the stupidest, most vile, pig-headed, nonsensical, arrogant, bigoted, narcissistic, idiotic engine that I've ever had the displeasure of working with in my entire life.
James, look, I didn't know that you had also been kicked out of the sheds, and forgive me, okay? I didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm so sorry, James. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble that it would get both of us in the bad books of the Fat Man. Just shut up! Just shut up, okay? I'm tired of your apologies. You're just saying that to calm me down. Well, no, Gordon, I'm not. You don't even know what sorry really means, do you? No, I didn't think so.
Where are you going?
Somewhere where I cannot talk to you or even see you anymore. Good night, Gordon.
James? Wait! James! Come back!
you